We are issued two challenges today by Paul and Jesus to become perfect as Jesus is perfect. Now, the perfection that I'm speaking of is spiritual perfection. That is, imitating Jesus to the best of our abilities. We need to grow our good self to become our better self until we achieve our best self. So, what are the challenges that Paul and Jesus issued today? With Paul, it was a call to be generous. Jesus, who was rich, emptied himself to become poor so that we could become rich. Rich in that we were forgiven our sins, and through baptism were anointed priest, prophet, and king. You heard the reference to the Macedonians. Well, Paul mentioned them. They were Greek Christians. And you heard him say how joyfully they parted with their material resources. What? To build up the other Christian communities that Paul and others were evangelizing. And Paul, in his letter to the people of Corinth, he didn't set out to shame them. Instead, he was simply telling them, put your money where your mouth is. Their mouths seemed to be concerned with boasting about their knowledge and their wisdom, whereas generosity and concern for the needs of others was lacking. In short, he was saying, why don't you learn to become cheerful givers and see your giving as helping others, but also helping us to become grounded in the ways of Christ and growing to become spiritually perfect. The second challenge for becoming more grounded in the person of Jesus was to learn to love people we do not like. Most would agree that this is not easy. But it is something we can learn to do, and Jesus is prepared to be our teacher. We have to see it as a goal, not just as our goal, but a goal that Jesus is telling us to seek. We heard him ask this of us in Matthew's gospel today, and that's the difference. It is something Jesus is telling us to do if in fact we want to become perfect as he is perfect. As with so much in life, not everyone manages to win first place, but with following Christ, the effort is what he is looking for from us. St. Mother Teresa had it right when she said, God's not asking for professionals. He's asking people to be faithful. In life, some people find that in order to overcome addictions, they need to change their relationships with some persons, places, or things. Well, it also helps to know that for anyone who's trying to become spiritually perfect, you may find it helpful to embrace certain persons, places, and things to help us in our effort to learn to dislike less and to like more. Above all, keep in mind that holiness is the call for each one of us. With Christ as our example, we can stretch to love and pray for the well-being of others whom we may not have liked or loved, all the while growing, become spiritually perfect as Jesus is perfect.